Good morning. Welcome to the Ridgway world. Mechanic Jeff is outside in the garage working on his baby, one of his babies. The GTO is having a problem. So I kind of wanted to film what he's doing, even though I don't agree with what he's doing. But let me take you out there and you can see. Say good morning. Say good morning to the camera. Johnny? Luna? You want to go out? Is that your problem? Come on. Johnny, be careful. Luna, let him out. Luna, be nice. Oh, look what you did. Oh, you poor baby. Oh, okay. Jeff? He's out there. Can you get up, baby? I can pick your back end up. There you go. There you go. Take it slow. Good boy. Yeah. Em's hurting this morning. A little stiff. Come on out here. Come see Daddy. Let's go. Come on. There you go. Yeah, well, I'll let him explain what he's going to do. I feel that it's not safe for him to do it. But I realize he's done this a lot, so having a little problem. Ooh, the leaves are falling already. Jeffrey?
Yes?
You're not... Hey, wait a minute, I thought you were going to wait so I could check and see. What does that smell? It smells like something's burning.
I might have smoked the tire a little bit when I was climbing up on the ramps. So
Wait a minute. Shouldn't you have something behind this tire here?
No, I got them behind. Look, I got big chocks behind the back on both sides.
Is the emergency brake on?
Emergency brake's on too. So I figure I've covered all bases.
So I figure you can explain what has happened and why you're doing this, which I find very dangerous because this car is extremely heavy.
I think everybody's put a car up on car ramps.
No, I don't think everybody has. And the thing is, if you don't do it properly...
How did you even know I was out here doing it?
Huh?
How did you know?
Because I peeked in and saw, and then I went and got the camera.
I bet. So... what was it, last weekend? Following weekend before, we had a car show that we were going to go to. And the idea, what are you doing? I said, so the idea was that I was going to take the GTO and Terry was going to take the Firebird since it's an automatic. But I washed the GTO, got it ready, and it's locked in second gear. So anybody that has a manual shifter, older car can understand this, that sometimes the linkage either fetches up, catches up on the other part of the linkage, the shift linkage, because there's first and second, third and fourth, reverse. There's they could have touched.
They're supposed to be.
They're supposed to move freely when you shift, and the H section, 1, 2, 3, 4. But this one has a reverse that goes all the way over to the left. But that doesn't really matter because they're basically all the same. But the linkage is bound up in it, so I'm stuck in second. So I couldn't take the GTO to the car show because of that, because I'm not riding at 15 or 20 miles an hour.
So the only damage it would do if you did ride it while it was having this issue is it wouldn't do any damage. It would you just wouldn't be able to go
Clutch
into
works.
third.
Yeah, I can't get it out of second, so I got to.
Oh, so it even starts in second?
Yeah, I got to depress the clutch to start it.
Oh.
So then. The problem is I'm going to have to push it out of here because I don't have reverse because I can't get it to, out of that gear. So I'm thinking, originally the idea was to take it to Brian's house and put it up on a lift. Right. But his brother passed away, so it's been, he's been busy with his family.
I know, and you're impatient and you want to get it done.
So, but, and I know he's dealing with family issues, so I don't want to bother him. So my first thing is to get a visual on it. And that way, that's why it's up on the lift. And my light under here, so I can see, is my linkage swinging freely? That's the key to this thing. So
Okay, so what are you going to do if it isn't? Like, if you see it where it's rubbing, what are you going to do?
then I'm going to
Or
take
it's not proper.
Well, I can take each section apart by the bolt, and then when you line up your shifter, this is a Hurst shifter, and then it has a Muncie M21 transmission in it. You know, that's wide ratio for anybody who knows it, and then M20 is the tight ratio. But so I'm just going to get a set of eyes on it, because if I can see that there's that where it's bound up, you know, rubbing against each other, then I can just free it up, and then I can get it to shift, and that way when Brian is available, I can take it over there, and then we can take it apart and try to, you know, take the brackets off and the shift linkage and adjust it so it doesn't rub in the future. But this car's always had a problem since Jesse got it for me with second gear when you're downshifting. It's good when you're shifting, but when you downshift,
Stays in there a little bit?
it gives you a little grind. It's almost like you got a double shift or a double clutch, which some people in the comments will say, "Oh, I remember double clutching." You know, that's when you push it, get it in the halfway, and then clutch it again.
Okay.
So
All right, so it's safe and you can go under here.
right here, give me the camera.
Because I've
I'm gonna get off my
heard
phone.
of horror stories where
Yeah, I've heard of horror stories.
cars have crushed.
Right. So, the underneath side of a car, it's very simple. Drive shaft right there. Transmission right there. See, that's the transmission. And here's the linkage that I'm talking about on the side of the transmission. And on the side it says 1, 2, 3, 4 out, 1, 2, 3, 4 in. Same right here. So I got to get under here and see where, if this linkage is bound in here on the side. That's the clutch rod right there. So that's, you know, that's a different thing here. But then I got to go back. If these aren't bound up, which it doesn't look like they are,
So you'll be under the car for a total of 10 minutes?
probably at 10 or 15 at tops. Now it's blurring. But then you got to go to the shifter next, which is right back here where the linkage all goes together. But I can't get a good shot of it. So, but again, this is the bottom half of the motor. You know, oil pan, cover, and, you know, the exhaust. This is your exhaust pipes that go back. And if you notice, anybody that knows old cars, the belly of this car is in very good shape. You have a little spray from the tail of the transmission up in here. You can see that. But other than that, I mean, it's in really good shape for being, what, 56 years old? 50, no, is it 56? Yeah, 56 years old. So,
Wow.
and it's just like the Firebird. The belly of the Firebird is basically like brand new, which is very good, especially, and that's 53, I think, years old. So,
Okay.
so my main objective here, you can show this too.
Johnny, where'd you go? Go get your daddy. Luna,
So
go
here,
get
let me
your
have the
daddy.
camera for a minute.
Yeah, I'm going to go look for
Okay. So, this is a Hurst shifter. There's the pattern, the H pattern they call it. But see, it's stuck. It's stuck in gear. I cannot move it. Even if I dispress the clutch right now, I cannot move it. It's stuck. Can't move it over to reverse. Can't first, second, third, or fourth. I just can't move it. Hence, it's frozen. So, and I know I've not done a lot of things, but yeah, this is the 389 with the tri-power, which is a hot commodity in the car world. And but yeah, so this is what I'm trying to do. But I'm doing everything safely. As you can see, the big chocks. Look at these, the
I know,
monster
it
chocks.
still makes me nervous.
Right, and I also have, excuse me, I also have a chock behind this wheel. Smaller chock there, and I also have a chock behind this wheel, even though it's sitting in its own groove.
That's what I was looking for, something
Yeah.
behind the front wheel.
Yes, which is fine. And so technically, I'm sure something, you know, could happen, but I have safety issue, you know, safety things all in preparation for it, so it doesn't roll back.
Okay.
Now, originally, I think I would have tried to put jack stands under it, but the problem is, if by some coincidence all the chocks blew out and the car's going back and a jack stand was under it, the jack stand's going to flip right over.
Okay.
So, but if you're hearing all heck breaking loose and your chocks are not missing, or the car is creaking and moving, you're sliding out, you know, it's,
Okay.
but I have precautionary things in place for that, so.
Okay.
That's it, I mean, and it probably will come to, I can't do anything with it, but at least you get the first eyes on it and you see, oh, okay, then I'll fix it and then get it over there and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Well, he's got it running, so I guess that's a good sign.
Old guys rule! Sometimes cruel. So it was the linkage. The linkage was fetched up a little bit. Like it said, the shifter arm, all three of the ends have to go straight down to get neutral. So with a little prying, I got it out a second into neutral. And then once I got that, I knew I was good, home free. So I
Okay,
didn't know.
so does that mean it'll happen again, or?
I hope not. I greased the arms of the shifter, which it looked pretty dry, so I'm thinking maybe that was it. But I mean, I just
So
went
you
through
want to go take it for a test ride?
Yeah, I went through the shifting pattern after I dropped it off not dropped it, but rolled it off the ramps. I went through the
Okay.
shifting pattern right here where I was sitting, and it's good. So yeah, I was just letting it warm up a little bit. But I greased the arms on the shifter, that good, and it went freely into every gear and into reverse, so I'm good.
Okay.